President-elect Trump making new threats to expand U.S. territory. U.S. in the holiday shopping surge.
China has announced an extension to its anti-dumping investigation.
With the announcement of Nissan and Honda joining forces,
is NVIDIA. It's completed its acquisition of an Israeli AI firm called Run AI.
Hey guys, this is Seth with World Economic Tour Tuesday this week. In this video, I will talk about major economies, major currencies, Bitcoin, and about Meg 7 stocks. United States, the biggest economy in the world, is very much interested in expanding its territorial influence by adding Canada, Greenland, and Panama in its boundaries. President-elect Donald Trump has been truthing about it consistently on his own social media website, Truth Social. In fact, recently, he seemed to have bought Canada, Panama, Greenland through online shopping on Amazon. Greenland and Panama was delivered to him the same night, while Canada was delivered on Sunday, December 29th. These wishes of Donald Trump are not new. In fact, in 2019, Mr. Donald Trump asked Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen to sell Greenland to United States, to which she refused. Gerard Burns, the former principal secretary to Justin Trudeau, said President Trump has been making 50 first-state comments in his first administration too. But clearly the backing from Mr. Trump's administration on this issue is missing, so it's a joke. But on the serious front, American economy exceeded all expectations this holiday season. The consumer activity, which included shoppers, accounted for 3/4 of economic activity all over America. Retail sales climbed by 3.8% over last year. People mostly bought jewelry, electronics, and apparel products. The most increase was seen in online shopping, 6.7%. This shows that the economy of America is robust even in the face of high borrowing costs. The major reason behind this economic strength is historic low levels of unemployment, which is standing at 4.2%. Past couple of months, Fed has dropped the interest rate by 1%, but the effects of that are yet to be seen in the economy. This warrants further economic activity in US businesses is due to be witnessed. The Fed has given signs of fewer rate cuts next year because of inflation could be on the rise. In anticipation of tariffs imposed on everything coming into United States from other countries, the importers have accelerated their imports. US goods trade deficit has increased more than expected. A report shows that trade deficit is at $102.9 billion, up from $98.3 billion in just 1 month. China, the second biggest economy, which is also the world's biggest oil importer, has revised its GDP in retrospect. It has increased 2023 GDP by 2.7% or 3.4 trillion yuan to 129.4 trillion yuan. That's right. Whatever we heard earlier this year about the GDP, it has been revised. The new figure of economy of China is $17.73 trillion. The authorities did not give any reasons for it, but they promised that there is no impact on 2024 GDP growth. Remember, the vision of Chinese President Xi Jinping is to double the economy by 2035 from its 2020 level, which needs growth of 4.7% every year. To achieve this really ambitious target, China has pledged to raise its budget deficit to 4% of GDP. As reported by writers, Chinese authorities have agreed to issue 3 trillion yuan worth of special treasury bonds. It's a fiscal stimulus. It will inject $411 billion in Chinese economy. They have also plans to increase pensions and medical insurance subsidies for the residents. This means that China is set to increase its economic activity next year big time. Currently, in the face of strengthening US dollar, it is harder for Chinese importers to import oil. Although the United States is not the major supplier of oil to China, but if United States dollar appreciates against yuan, the oil imports would be more expensive for the Chinese importers. On the European front, China is continuing its trade war against European Union countries that have put tariffs on Chinese electric vehicles. In response, it has started anti-dumping investigation in imports of brandy coming from European Union countries. The imports amounts to $1.7 billion, that is 99% of brandy that comes into China. As long as this investigation continues, Chinese importers will have to pay 40% security deposits if they want to import brandy from European Union. World Bank has raised its forecasts for China's economic growth in 2024 and 2025, but warned that subdued household and business confidence along with headwinds in real estate industry will weigh down next year. Japan, the fourth biggest economy in the world, did not change its central bank interest rate this month. Yes, Bank of Japan that started its rate hikes in June early this year after 17 years of low interests. In fact, interest in negative territory, kept its rate at 0.25%. They kept their interest rate low for nearly 2 decades in order to boost their exports from the country. Remember, when the currency is devalued, is always good for the exports. Bank of Japan said that in economy, wages and prices are growing as expected, and we are on the right track for another rate hike next year. The rate is expected to be at 0.5% in mid-March 2025. The economy grew last quarter by 1.2%. It slowed from 2.2% in the quarter earlier, but the workers' regular pay kept growing consistently between 2.5 to 3% of rate. Another very interesting news coming out from Japan is that Honda and Nissan are going into merger in 2026. This could be a merger of 3 companies as Nissan owns 26.7% stake in Mitsubishi. This is really big news for the country that has 8% of its working population working in automotive sector. This merger could create the 3rd largest automaker after Toyota and Volkswagen. Yes, Tesla is nowhere in top 3 right now. The reason behind this merger, as per the statement of Honda CEO, is it is really hard to compete alone in an industry with so many developing technologies. He specifically mentioned AI technology, which is progressing by leaps and bounds in every sector as of now. Cutting costs and combining research is the focus, with Honda's upper hand in decision making through this merger process that would follow. Another reason is that China has excelled Japan in auto exports, especially in the area of electric vehicle and plug-in hybrid cars. The Japanese authorities have supported this merger. They hope the industry will reap benefits from it. There will be job cuts and factory closures, but in the long run, this will boost the efficiencies and the profits of the companies. Now let's see what is happening with the USD against all other major currencies. So if we look at Euro has stayed consistent in last 5 days. Yen has actually improved. It was stronger. Japanese yen was stronger than United States dollars. Maybe it's because of the holidays, or maybe the actions of Bank of Japan. They had interest rate hikes. The least it went to was at 156.75 yens on which was on December 30th, and it is going down. The United States is going down against Japanese yen, but it has held its value against pound sterling. There is no change against pound sterling. There is no change against Chinese yen. Australian dollar is the only one that has depreciated against United States dollar. It is standing at, as of now, standing at $1.61 against Canada. United States dollar has actually held its value. It was up in the middle of the week. It was around the highest. It went at 1.44 Canadian dollar against 1 US dollar for December 27th. And now it is at the lower end. It's like 1.435 for 1 USD. Now let's talk about Bitcoin. A very interesting news about Bitcoin came to the fore on this Christmas Day. Couple of wallets came to life on this Christmas Day, maybe for shopping or maybe for a trade. These wallets had been dormant for over a decade. One wallet that had 20.55 Bitcoins, bought on February 24th, 2011, when the Bitcoin price was only 90 cents, someone bought it for $18.49. It was worth $2 million on Christmas Day. Another wallet that went dormant on July 15, 2014, when the price was $619 for one Bitcoin, the wallet was worth $20.6 million when it was traded on Christmas Day. People are trading. Good for them. Now, when we talk about Magnificent 7 stocks, remember Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Alphabet, Tesla, Meta, Nvidia. Most of the stocks went down over 5 days. Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, all these stocks showed the same trend. As you can see, from December 26, they climbed down, and on another day of December 27 it went down again, and same was the case with Alphabet, Google. And it could be the reason the holidays. When we are on New Year's Eve or Christmas Day, people or investors actually take out some money from their investments to spend and go on vacation, have fun with their family, friends. So they need money. Maybe this is the reason for that, because there is no major news on any of these stocks. When it comes to Meta has improved a little, but it has more or less shown the same trend as of other Mega 7 stocks for past 5 days. And probably one reason that it is up by 0.25% is that experts have said that Meta is really well positioned for the next year, 2025. Nvidia has actually shown 1% increase in past 5 days, $1.38. There is a little reason behind it, which is as big as $700 million. They completed an acquisition of Run AI, a company that sells a software which improves the efficiencies of the AI system. Whatever the hardware or software you have, Run AI improve its performance. So that's it about Meg 7. And that's it about for World Economic Tour Tuesday this week. I hope you like it. I wish you had a great year this year of 2024. If you didn't, just remember there is always another year to come. New year with new hopes, new energies, new resolutions. Set new goals, kick in the gear, and have a great next year. Happy New Year. Thanks for watching.